Scrappy Peeps, Suzanna here today for a cherry on top to share with you my food themed project. So welcome to the May, a cherry on top YouTube hop. So every month we host a hop on YouTube where each of the design team members create something based upon a theme or a topic. And this month's topic is food. So if you follow my work, you know that I like to do travel albums. So these are pages for my Spain, and it's 2024 into 2025 travel album. We were in Valencia, and this was one of the top rated ramen restaurants within like the area that we were in. And so we went and gave it a shot. So I have here this stamp from Hero Arts available at the store, and I am working with the For the Record collection from Simple Stories. I bought this collection with the intent that I was going to use it for this particular travel album, and I like to have something that I use consistently throughout an album, although most of my albums end up being very much stash bashing. So I had bought this stamp set from A Cherry on Top because my son is a ramen freak. He loves his ramen and loves to try new ramen places, although I will say he has his favorite up in Washington, D.C., and that is the litmus for everything that we try. So I knew I was going to get a lot of use for that. And then this is me using solely this collection, which is kind of unusual because I usually sprinkle things in. So you can see that there has been a lot of shuffling that has gone on while I've been explaining all of this as to where I was going to put things. So you can see I have it's larger than 6x8. The pockets for the album that I'm using are 6x8, but if you include the space for the holes and then the page in the pocket, it's like 8.5 by 6 3/4 or something along those lines. 6.675 I think is what I put as my dimensions when I print these photos. So large photo on the left, and then Nicholas slurping his ramen soup on the bottom there. So I have cut out using, I'm pretty sure this is Bebas, B-E-B-A-S, is the font that I'm using, that I used in my silhouette to cut from a piece of the 12x12 for slurping, because I don't have any alphas that big that are stickers or stamps. Actually, that's not true, but I did not get those from A Cherry on Top. And so because this is a Cherry on Top themed, this is what works for that. So currently slurping, and then you have the receipt, which I thought was food themed. And then I'm going to stamp this bowl of ramen. And I am not super proficient or comfortable with coloring. You will see I do it periodically with smaller things, but something as detailed as this is definitely not within my comfort zone, so I am just going to leave it as it is. I toyed with the idea of coloring in the yolk yellow, and then some pink on the, I forget what those things are called, some pink on that, but I decided there's no pink and there's lots of yellow, but I just decided that I wasn't going to risk it because I didn't really want to stamp it again. And sometimes I'll be much braver in my attempts, in my comfort zone, but this was way out of my comfort zone. So I'm just going to fussy cut that. There is a die, by the way, that accompanies this. I did not buy the die. And I'm not sure that it's available at A Cherry on Top, but I do know that Hero Arts has a die that accompanies this. I often like to actually hand cut these things when I can, because it's a tighter cut, but I also do like the rounded edges anyway. So there, done, not colored because there's already enough color here, and I didn't feel that I needed any more, so that is going to be sort of my main embellishment. The rest is really a place to house information / journaling for this particular page. So that is going to be the right-hand side of the page, although I really wanted to use that. So that's kanji in Japanese. or that is kanji, that for ramen, the characters. And so I really wanted to incorporate that, and I have room up that top right, and it was another way of getting a little bit more blue onto the page, because really the only blue element within the product that I'm using was that currently. So this allowed me to sort of tie in more of that blue color. So that is going to wrap up the right hand side of the page. I have not actually adhered any of the elements on the left hand side and realized that I've forgotten to adhere this yellow ticket here, so I'll put that down. And now I'm going to move on to the left hand page. Oh, sorry about that. I had to sneeze and I didn't think I wanted to share that with you. So I am going to adhere these things down. I'm going to put foam on the back of this particular element here just for a little bit of dimension. It adds some layer and some depth to the photo, even though it's not on the photo itself. And that is double-sided foam adhesive, which comes in 3 different sizes. I think 3, at least I have 3. I have the 1/2 inch, the 3/4, and the 1/4 inch. Love it. Use it all the time. Definitely invest in that. And that is going to wrap it up. So be sure to leave a comment down below for a chance to win one of the $25 gift card. Enjoy the close-up. Thanks for stopping in today. I hope you're doing well. Come back again soon. Take care.